Hello, my name is Amber Peterson of Perme Peterson Associates. We believe that building a culture inside creates public trust outside and is of the utmost importance in these times. To help you and your organization build your most constructive culture and best serve your community, we're providing you with these monthly public safety culture tips. Now, our topic today is conformity. Now, what is conformity? It's people feeling like that they must conform to fit in, that the status quo is reinforced, confrontations are avoided, following the rules matter more than anything else, and risk is avoided, sometimes at all costs. Now, you might be stopping and saying, Amber, those last two, I don't know about those. Why? We're talking about conformity, and it almost sounds like this is a bad thing. Following the rules, we have to in public safety, and we must avoid risk, especially now. So what are you talking about? Well, I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper in a moment. So I'd like to give you a taste of what this could sound like, feel like within an organization. Conformity. New ideas are shut down too quickly, which could sound like that's too risky. We've never done that before. Let's just keep things the way we've always done them. Focusing on the rules to the detriment of citizen service. Now, here's the difference, what I was mentioning before. I'd like to help you, but the rules say that's not in the policy manual, or that's not my job description. And the last one, discouraging difference and individuality. Everyone should be like Officer A. That stands out too much. And our way is the only way. Now, there's a couple things I want to address here that I mentioned before. So that following the rules in that moderate risk piece. So again, you're going to tell me, Amber, we need to follow the rules. This is public safety. We have statutes to follow. And I would say, yes, absolutely. Now, if you follow the rules to the letter and you otherwise push innovation to its highest degree, or even foster an environment of creativity, that's great. You can follow the rules and help people be creative. Now, the real difference here is around the expectations. Are you clear with people? I'll touch more on that in a moment. Now, the real important thing with following the rules is how far are we pushing this and to what degree? If every single time we must follow the rules, even when they don't make sense, now that's a problem. The risk, that comes back to the individuality piece. So in order to help foster people bringing their whole selves to work, their arms, their legs, and their brains, their creativity, we must let them be individuals. That is a moderate degree of risk, right? Because if we have everybody the same, now we know what we're going to get. Although we are not going to get all their best ideas. That's where that first example, everyone should be like Officer A, comes in. You might say, Amber, we have rock stars that we want people to emulate. And I would tell the leaders, we want you to share stories of best success within the organization to show people where you want them to go and share your vision in that way. Now, you can do that and you can give it great examples, and you can do it too much, to the degree that if you're saying everyone needs to be like this person and do exactly like they're doing, take all the calls, do all the things, blah, blah, blah. Now that starts to foster some competition and that conformity piece. So be careful treading there. Last thing here, what this can feel like within an organization: restrictive, possibly suppressive if it's really strong, uninspiring. Leaders, I'm guessing you don't want to hear that. Vanilla. Especially, we don't want to hear that if you want to be on the forefront of the new technology. You want to be leaders in your field. Don't want to be there. And limiting. Now, why this is important is if I'm an employee in an organization that feels like it's very restrictive and limiting, uninspiring, am I really giving my best work? Do I feel safe to give my best ideas forward? Probably not. Here are 3 culture tips for you as you take this forward. First, you need to create room for innovation within your department. That means helping people understand that they can test their new ideas within a certain realm, right? We may not want someone to test the biggest new idea in the middle of a crisis, but are there other areas that we can help them try new things? It's up to you, leaders, to help to start to foster this. You're the ones that set the tone. You got to help set this tone right. The second thing, which ties into this, is being very clear with expectations on employee involvement. Now, The expectations piece is so important. Expectations around testing new ideas, you have to make that really clear. And the second thing is, when do you expect people? Expect is the key word here, to bring their new ideas, to add their voice into the conversation, to give you their opinion on things. You have to make that an expectation. And the follow-up with that is that people aren't berated for putting out their new ideas, for adding their voice into the conversation. If they're shut down every time they do, this new trend is going to go away, and it's going to go negative real quick. And the last thing, focus on external adaptability, even when it's uncomfortable. So there's a way to honor tradition while trying something new, and recognizing we did it this way in the past. That worked really well for us then. Now we need to change this. And the key here, go back up to that middle one about getting employees involved. Bingo. That's how we do this. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's talk about how we can implement these tips in your culture. Contact me or Kathy at our email. Check us out on our website. Give us a call. Whatever works best for you, we'd love to hear from you.